so I'm ready and going on my way to the haunted house or the abandoned house, and we will see how that goes. So I just will try to record as much as I can on my way there, so like that I can also kind of show around hopefully. And yeah, so going now. Yay! Here's where I saw a little boy. If you check my Instagram, I tell the story about a little boy that I saw here. Maybe next time I come here especially and show you guys a video, but for today I'm just passing through. If you heard it, sorry, but if you didn't, yeah, random thing. So here we are, getting closer. There are a lot of nice houses here, and they all seem to be a little bit like old, maybe, but they have like the old style. So yeah, we're getting closer. So here we are. This is the house, but you can't enter. Oh my god, this place looks amazing. Yeah, all the windows have been sealed. But yeah, you can see that like a barrier, so you can't really enter inside, which sucks. But yeah, I would love to be inside. It looks like such a good place. But yeah, we made it. Here we are in the house. Unfortunately, I really wanted to show you a little bit more. So the name of this house is called Carlile House. I guess that's the pronunciation. I don't know, sorry. And there we go. This is the place. So it's actually quite stunning. So everything's closed. I guess that's the access from the other side. But yeah, we can't enter. Sorry guys. Oh, there is something there. Fountain. It looks so interesting. I can't feel anything, but I feel like there is someone inside. I don't know if I'll explain myself. It's just, yeah. Do you hear that? I don't know. Maybe I'm just hearing things. But yeah, this is the place. It's quite cool. We'll take some shots and yeah. as you know, I went to abandoned house that it's claimed to be haunted, and I actually do believe it was very, very haunted. The name of the house is the Carlile House. Now I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but as you can see on the video, it is completely abandoned. Now I couldn't get inside because it has like a fence, so I have no way to go inside. I tried to go through the back, but I didn't record that part. Just next to it, next to the house, there is a church, like a little church, and the church has like a parking lot, and it's kind of behind the church, so it's kind of behind, next to, but behind the building, the Carlile House. And I tried to go through the parking lot, but the house is pretty much fenced all around, so it's all surrounded by a fencing, and you can't even climb the fence because on the very top of the fence there are these wires that have this kind of thorns. I don't know actually what's the name of those type of wires, but you can't jump over the fence either. If not, you just hurt yourself, and I'm not going to hurt myself like that. And but yeah, I didn't get to see anything, but from the outside, like, you can't even see the windows because the windows are being blocked with wood, so you can't see very much the inside of the building. There was only one window on the front that you can see something, but it was very at the top and you couldn't really appreciate much. I mean, you can just, I think what I was able to see is just like something falling from the ceiling, but it could be just part of the I don't know, maybe part of the, because you can kind of appreciate that the house is like decaying, so I think it's just part of the decay that is falling. So the ceiling seems like it's kind of falling apart, so it will be like really dangerous to go in as well. But probably if I had the access, I would have gone inside anyways. But it was very beautiful, I guess, from the outside. It was, I don't know, it just had its thing. So I couldn't really feel, couldn't see anything, couldn't hear anything. There was one part of the video that I said like, oh, can you hear that? Actually, my mistake. It was just the neighbors, the people that live next to the house. I could just hear the car. So it was just part of the car that I just, yeah. I did a spirit box, so I will be uploading it here as well. Hopefully, if it doesn't work, then I will be putting it somewhere else, but it should be fine, I guess. I hope so. But yeah, now here is the funny thing, or the interesting thing, I guess, is that when I went to the house, I didn't really, I just knew that it was like a haunted house, and I didn't make any research about what type of house it was, what was the history behind it. So hear me what I'm going to say first, and then, because I went, and then when I come back, I went to do my other things like grocery shopping, so at the end I end up very tired, and I didn't want to, I just end up very tired, and then I didn't make any research on the house that day, but I did research on the house the following day. But hear me out now. I went to the house and like recorded from the outside, took some photos, and the only thing that you probably hear me saying is that I feel that there is a lot of like spirits inside. Like, they're not outside, so they are inside, and yeah, it just like I feel that thing, and it was I don't know how to explain it. So I feel like it was truly haunted, and there was spirits inside the house, and the type of spirits that I felt there were like really young, so I was feeling like, oh, there are children inside here. And then I was like, but wait, there are also like very young men here, like maybe early 20s, or even late teens, so maybe like 19 or over. So I feel like there are like actually like really young people inside here. But yeah, that's the feeling that I got. But then I left, and that night I couldn't sleep well. I felt like this a little bit, not heaviness, but like very anxious, like anxiety kind of building up inside me. And so I couldn't sleep well. And then all of a sudden, just I start smelling like a smoke. You know when you like light a match and there is that smell? So kind of, I could smell that, and I was really scared. I was like looking at all the plaques, and I was like, did I left something on? I even went to the kitchen and checked if maybe me or my flatmate left the stove on. Yeah, and it wasn't. It was, everything was off, so there was nothing that can like have this smell. But yeah, I just started to smell this, and I couldn't sleep well. And I think something else happened that night, but I think that's pretty much one of the reasons I couldn't sleep. But now I probably forgot what happened. I told my mom and I forgot to record. So yeah, so the thing is, I had that feeling. So yeah, and I probably couldn't sleep until after 3 or 4 a.m. So I was really tired the next day. So next day I decided to do research on this house, and that's where kind of things made sense about what I felt. So on early, I can't remember exactly what year now, but by 1920 something, the house used to be an orphanage, so there were a lot of children there. And by 1930s, I think, again, I can't remember the years too well, I'm so sorry. The house caught fire, and yeah, so I think like around 12 children died inside that house because of the fire. And that will explain why I felt like there were children inside, and maybe that could explain why I felt on the night the burning sensation, like the smell of burn, and I was so scared that something was on. And could it be that maybe one of the kids, I don't know if it stayed with me, followed me, or maybe just gave me his sensation. I don't know. But yeah, that's the strange thing. But later, by the Second World War II, I just repeat second and two, sorry. By World War II, this house helped as a place where soldiers, sorry, I have no idea if I'm saying that word right, but soldiers will stay there, and wounded soldiers. So it is said that also some young soldiers were died there. So that again will explain why I felt that there were some like young adults there as well. So I felt like there were everyone like really young inside that house. But yeah, it was the first time that I felt like this mix of age inside a house, or like inside a haunted place that is not maybe a building. But yeah, I'm having 9 minutes already. So yeah, that's pretty much the story. I have other stories, things that happened that day, but I think right now it's just going to talk about the house. I'm not sure if I want to go back there. It is quite the walk. It's a nice walk anyway. But the thing, I can't go inside, so I feel like what's the point? And so I still haven't checked the spirit box session I did outside the house. So once I check it, I will see if I get anything, because after that I actually passed through a cemetery, and I sat on one, yeah, I said I spent a little bit of time in the cemetery afterwards, and I did a little bit of a spirit session and a spirit box session, sorry. And I thought I heard something, but then like some responses, and later that day, no, later another day, I checked that recording again, and then I caught up things that I didn't hear while I was there, while I was doing the spirit box session. So I found it really interesting, so I want to go back to the cemetery, do a video about it. Yeah, but so I haven't checked the spirit box yet. Of course, when I upload this, I will have checked it by then, and maybe I will say something else, I will add something to this bit, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just mumbling now, and I leave you guys, and yeah, see ya.